Hello Channel NITT viewers, I am DS, your psychologist, and welcome to another episode on Channel NITT. In this episode, I am going to compare the different MBTI types that are easily confused with the ENTJ on the topic of philosophy. So personally, I have never been formally trained in philosophy, but I am very interested in it. And based on my personal experience, I also believe that other ENTJs are likely to also like philosophy. In fact, philosophy is a subject that will appeal to the anti-rational types. This is because philosophy has got concrete elements that will appeal to TE and TI respectively, and abstract elements that will appeal to NI and NE. Regardless of whether we are aware of it, ENTJs may very regularly engage in philosophical thought. So as I am doing this video, it's actually 4 AM Singapore time, and I'm doing this because I am unable to fall asleep. So just yesterday, the day before, I had this thought. I was listening to K-pop music and I tell myself, okay, my favorite song is... So different ENTJs are likely to have different tastes in music, but my favorite K-pop song is Fiction. So I was trying to search for a song to listen to yesterday, and I tell myself, okay, why don't you listen to your favorite K-pop song? And then it actually spiraled to the concept of favorite. I said, yes, this is my favorite song, but I can't say that it's my favorite unless I have considered all the available K-pop songs to listen to, and I still like this song best, then can I call it favorite? I'm calling it now favorite because I have not actually experienced all the other songs, or I have not listened to other songs. So given that I am ignorant of other songs, I couldn't really call this the favorite because I don't know about other songs. If I had heard of another song that I am ignorant of at this moment, that could have potentially been my favorite, then this song Fiction could not have been my favorite. So the concept of favorite is very subjective and has this element of ignorance in it. I am calling this my favorite because I do not know other songs. So in a very parallel fashion, we cannot say that a person is our true love because we have not experienced everyone. So because I am now with person A, and then person A is my true love, this doesn't mean that person A will remain my true love because I have not tried B, C, D, E, F to ascertain and determine that A is my true love. And my flow of thought continues. I look back to the song Fiction. I say that, okay, currently I can say that my favorite song is still Fiction because it is impossible for me to sample all the K-pop songs to determine that Fiction is my favorite. So there are so many K-pop songs around. So it will take a lifetime and it is impossible for me to know all the K-pop songs. So if I have done sampling that is good enough, I can still call Fiction my favorite song because it has survived for a long time the competition with other songs. So while I cannot try everybody A, B, C, D, E, F, but if I have sampled enough people, maybe 100 of them, then I still believe that A is my true love, then I can safely say that A is my true love. So I have just given an example of a philosophical thought, and I'm going to use this as a basis for my discussion of other MBTI types. First, one MBTI type that is easily confused with the ENTJ is the ESTJ. It may be very difficult for the ESTJ to bridge between the favorite song and true love. It takes some time for them to find that it's a parallel, but for the ENTJ, this parallel comes so fast that we do not question whether this parallel is accurate. We know that it is accurate. So in other words, to go from favorite song to the topic of true love, it just takes us like 0.1 seconds or even lesser. It's so fast. And I think it's a subconscious process caused by NI. Because ESTJs do not have this NI function and do not use this NI function, it's very difficult for them to actually develop this kind of analogous parallel very fast. In fact, they might struggle when someone like myself tells them this parallel to understand that it's a parallel. Another type that actually can be easily confused with the ENTJ is the ESFP. But ESFPs do not really engage in philosophy to start off with. Why? This is because they are really inferior in NI as a function. So ESFPs' philosophical thought are very likely to be shallow and very unidirectional. So the ESFPs that I know, they believe in a concept very singly without thinking of other possibilities or even parallels. So if one were to believe in karma or God, then they will very single-mindedly just believe in it totally. But as an ENTJ, I may think of the concept, I evaluate all the different branches of it, and I can still believe in it, but I have actually processed it. I think the ESFP does not have this processing element involved because they have neither the T function nor the N function as their main functions. The INTP and the ENTP are also rational, so they have the N and T function. However, the difference between the INTP, ENTP with the ENTJ is that with NE, they tend to branch off and never come back. Notice in my example, I actually branch out to talk about true love, and then I draw another parallel, that of sampling, to come back to the topic. So ENTJs have this function whereby we zoom in and come back to the original topic and give a conclusion to it. And after which we just accept this as it is. What do we do with this kind of analogy? So we will process in our brain, and then we will accept this to be a good example, and then we will store it for future use in the future. Okay, we will store it for future use. The last three words are redundant. So future use could be things like counseling someone, or talking about this topic itself, or using it for a video like this. So INTPs and ENTPs do engage in philosophical thought, but INTPs are likely to fixate at one junction, while ENTPs may likely drift off and never come back to the original question or the original source of this philosophical thought. Now, what about INTJs? Now, INTJs are likely to come to the same conclusion as the ENTJs, but they may take longer because they may take some time to evaluate if there's any bug or error in the analogous description between songs, favorite songs, and true love. But the ENTJ really, once they determine that it is the correct parallel, they will just accept this as it is. So this is also why INTPs and INTJs are likely to be very deep thinkers and deep philosophers, and they may be good in it, but the ENTJ will be the quickest philosophers. Okay, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode. At our channel, we produce a lot of MBTI videos and interesting ones such as this one. If you have not already subscribed, do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more MBTI and fun stuff. Okay, I'm going to sign off now, and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye bye.